Hey y'all, and welcome back to Our Road Less Traveled.
So today we have a good one for you. We got such an amazing response from how we get paid to RV full-time and ad sales that we decided we're going to answer all the questions that you guys put in the comments, and
we're going to tell you how to get in touch with the company if you stick around to the end.
All right, so before we get started, we've got a little cleanup to do. We promised you guys a review of our Brooklyn bedding, which we are very, very thankful for them sponsoring today's video. You can find them at brooklynbeddingrv.com, and you can find our discount at brooklynbeddingrv.com/our road less traveled for a 25% off discount. Now, the other thing that they're doing is they're doing a sales promotion for the entire month of May, but once that's over, that it's gone forever. But for the review of the mattress, what are your thoughts?
I hate to admit it, but we absolutely love our RV mattress by Brooklyn Bedding. We would not have survived the last month without our RV mattress by Brooklyn Bedding.
So a lot of y'all know that we traveled out of the country for our son's wedding, and then we had a snafu that caused us to have to stay, another week or so
without our bed.
So it really we got a good 3 weeks on it, and then we were without it for a couple weeks, close to 3.
And now we've been back with it for 2 weeks, and we are so thankful for our Brooklyn Bedding.
Yeah, I have no qualms saying that I was wrong, and it's a really good mattress. It has no smell. It's the perfect balance of firmness and hardness, and
cool, but not cold and hard like our other one.
Yeah, I don't know what else to say other than to apologize to Brooklyn Bedding for thinking they were all marketing, but
it's not all hype. It is actually the truth. It is the best mattress out there.
You don't have to take our word for it. Brooklyn Bedding is so confident in their product and the quality that they'll give you a 120-night free sleep on it.
Yeah.
And they'll ship it to you for free. So go check out brooklynbedding.com. Check out their May discount. All right, now on with the original intent of this video. So we started it out and we were just going to answer questions, but we were going to answer questions with some of the advertisers, and to be honest with you, we ended up having fun and going on adventures, and we forgot to ask the questions.
We had the best day yesterday.
While we're talking through this, we're going to show y'all some clips of some of the stuff we did yesterday, just so you don't have to sit here and listen to us chit chat back and forth about this. But this video is going to be centered around answering questions that people have asked from our previous video of we get paid to RV.
Yep.
And what it's like. So question number 1, and this was shockingly high on the list.
Yeah. So we had 2 separate questions about this. 1, can Canadians do this job? And 2, can this job be done in Canada? So yes and no. You can be a Canadian and get a work visa to work in the United States. And yes, there have been some jobs in Canada that would be kind of a case-by-case basis, done, evaluated by the office. So we've also gotten other inquiries from other countries, and at this time it's only the United States and some of Canada.
Possibly Canada.
Possibly Canada.
Which they may be reevaluating that, and it may become something they do in the future.
Right.
All right, this one really ruffled some feathers. Some of y'all got really honked off that we wouldn't name the name of the company that we're doing work for.
Well, we knew that this was going to be a popular video because a lot of people look for remote work when they're RVing, and they look for ways to make money that's not work camping. So the reason we didn't do it originally, and has been confirmed like times 100, that we shouldn't have named the company, is that we all have been overwhelmed. Like, we've been overwhelmed, the company's been overwhelmed. It's just, there's so much interest in this subject that it is insane how many people have reached out to us, and we know that it's a great job, and we do want to share everything that we can, and eventually we will get to all of your comments. We have tried to answer every single one, and going forward, I will say, send us a message to our website.
Yes. Go to findingourroadlesstraveled.com and click the contact us button, and that will send us a form, and we will forward that on to the company. But as it stands right now, that last video swamped the one person they have in charge of going through the forms. It has absolutely swamped us to where we really don't have time to do anything other than answer those responses. There's been thousands.
And listen, we're not trying to give you the runaround by any means. The only reason we're having you go to our website is so that all the comments and all the messages will be in one place, and we can at some point send them over to the company.
All right, the next question we got was, were we genuine in the 65% pay scale?
Yes, we were, but also we forgot to mention that you do have to make your print cost before you start making your commission. Normally you have to sell about 4 or 5 ads to make print cost, and then everything above that is your commission.
All right, that question leads into this question, which is, how much do the ads cost?
The ads run anywhere from around $300 or $400 up to $3,000, depending on size, and that's for a full year, so that's a really good deal.
Yep. The next biggest question was, can you do this specifically only stationary in your town?
No. Why would you want to do that? The whole point of this job is so that you can travel and work at the same time. You're honestly meant to get in an RV and go see the campground and kind of become part of the community to help the campground and the advertisers to come together and for a common goal of helping small businesses. Yeah, and this job was not meant to be done remotely, like from your computer only in front of your desk the whole time. This job was meant to be done traveling to the campground, spending the 2 weeks, traveling to the next campground, spending the 2 weeks, and so on.
Right. All right, the next biggest question, and I don't know how to feel about this, because on the one hand, I'd probably ask the same question, but on the other end of the stick, it's none of your business. They want to know, how much do we make per month?
Okay, so as we covered in the first video, you can make this job as much work or as little work as you want and make a lot of money or just fill in some income. It's completely dependent on how much you want to work, where you go. Every area is different in that the income, the level of income in that area may be not as high in rural Pennsylvania as it is in metro Texas.
I'm just going to say, if you're around Livingston, Texas, because of the large rural landscape, and it's not as densely populated with companies, your earning potential is going to be a little bit less there.
Right.
You don't have a lot of businesses around there because it's rural. You have a farm and feed store, maybe a gas station, not a lot to choose from.
Yeah.
If you're where we're at now,
it's a very touristy area.
It's a very touristy area. We're honestly expecting to do very well here. Probably 3 to 4 times what we would in Livingston.
Right. So to answer that question, there is no black or white answer. Like there's no monetary number we can give you, because it's just going to vary too much from job to job, person to person, area to area.
All right. Surprisingly, we had numerous campground owners reach out and want to know more about this reservation system. And like we said, it is 100% cost-free. It doesn't cost the campground anything.
Right.
It is a $3 per reservation, not per week or per stay, or it's per reservation. So if that reservation is 1 day, or if it's 30 days, the fee is $3. That's passed on to the person booking the campground, not the campground owner. Now, they wanted to know, How would they get in touch with somebody about doing that? Again, go to findingourroadlesstravel.com, click on the contact us, put that you're a campground, and we will get that request directly to the person that does it. It's a 30 to 40 minute little webinar thing that goes through it. They do all of your existing conversion for you. There is literally no fee whatsoever.
Since we did the video, we've sat in on 3 different demos, and each time we learn more and more about what this reservation system does, and we are blown away by what it does.
Yeah,
there's literally nothing it can't do that you want.
Everything from direct access to your accounting, to integrating to QuickBooks, to integrating to third-party services for renting out of cabins. I mean, you name it.
Store.
It does. It's got a store, POS, everything. So simply send a comment. We'll get you over to the person that does it. We don't handle those. That gets sent to another person. The next one is advertisers.
Yep.
And if you think we got a bunch of comments on people wanting to know more about the business and campground owners, I think we got even more from people wanting to advertise in the guides.
Right. Which, I mean, really kind of surprised me at how many reached out. And, you know, anywhere from brick and mortar businesses to online services and, you know, everything in between. So
here's the scuttlebutt on that. We appreciate you wanting Maria to be the person you buy your advertising from.
Yeah, definitely.
And absolutely, we would love to, but she doesn't work every campground.
Right.
So what happens is, if you live in Montana, she's not currently working any campgrounds in Montana right now.
But I know somebody who is, and I'll tell her.
Right.
Or him.
We pass that information on because other people pass stuff to us.
Yeah.
So that's just how this works.
One of the great things about this company is that it is definitely community over competition. We help each other out anytime we can, and that's just how it is. It's a great company to work for.
Last question, and this was honestly probably the biggest one, and we should have done it first. But once somebody fills out the contact form to be contacted about more information about doing this, what's the timetable for being contacted?
So right now, it's taken us a few weeks to get to everyone that has filled out a comment form or a contact form.
Right.
After we get through all of those and we get permission from the company to send out applications, we're going to send those out, and they have told us that you should get some response back from them after a week of filling out your application, and then processing after that should take probably a few more weeks.
Which is the onboarding process.
Onboarding,
paperwork and stuff like that.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to close this up, but next week we're going to share with y'all an ATV ride, a horseback ride, and a place that we went to eat some barbecue. And Utah has some pretty good barbecue.
Oh, also a mule auction.
A mule auction.
So that wraps up this week's video, and we'll see you next week.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
There you go.